Days of heavy rain from an atmospheric river have just oversaturated the ground. This tree just could not hold on any longer, toppling onto a house there just west of Tumwater. Luckily, nobody was hurt. And in North Seattle, a tree took out a power line on 21st Avenue Northeast by the University of Washington. Neighbors heard a large boom as that one came crashing down. Good afternoon. Glad to have you with us. I'm Greg Copeland.
I'm Jessica Janner Castro. The rain just won't let up. There is a lot of green, as you see here on our radar, and with it, a growing concern about landslides, avalanches, and flooding, particularly on these three rivers, the Tolt River, the Green River, and the White River.
We have team coverage for you this afternoon. Glenn Farley and Lionel Donovan will take a look at flood concerns and the avalanche risk, but we're going to begin with Adam Claybon with a look at just how much rain has fallen so far and what to expect into tonight. Adam.
Well, hey there, Greg. So we've already seen in many spots here over the past 12 hours a lot of rain, which has amounted to at least an inch in most of our locations. Now, some spots getting closer to where the coast have seen closer to about 2 inches. And then you see that one lighter green area just south of the Olympic Mountains. That's the Snoqualmie River, and closer to Shelton, we picked up over 2 inches of rain here so far today. So flooding concerns, yeah, no surprise that we have those here, and we still have that flood watch out until 10 p.m. tomorrow night, and that's because of all the rain that is still going to work its way down from the higher elevations and from the mountains and work their way into more of the streams and the creeks. Now, the next wave of heavy rain is going to start to move in, heading on into this evening, and we're starting to see that right now moving into southwestern parts of Washington, and that's indicated by some of the darker greens and the yellows that you see now beginning to move just south of Aberdeen and going to be heading closer to Porter. And yeah, it looks like it has again in its sight Shelton, where we've seen the most rain here throughout the day. And around the Sound too, we're going to see rain pick up here over the next couple of hours. It looks like it will be more of an early night event with this wave of rain that comes on through, and possibly some stronger wind gusts too to come along with that, as winds will continue to come more so out of the south, which has helped many of us to stay more so in the 50s here throughout the day. But we see the rain for the first half of the night, but after we get past midnight, guess what? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things will start to dry out, and we'll probably see even a few sunbreaks by the time we head into Wednesday. Your complete forecast is coming up later.
Some good news there, Adam. Thank you. Well, you've seen the graphics. Let's show you some pictures now. This is a common scene out along the coast today. Troopers shared these pictures of Highway 109 covered in water. This is Ocean City in Grays Harbor County. A reminder from them to avoid driving through any standing water like this. And Dennis from Ocean Shore shared this video with us. How would you like to be in that? He says it's the highest he has seen the water in 6 years of working the beach.
While flooding concerns in Thurston County have many watching the Nisqually River, we know how things can quickly change, and Lionel Donovan joins us now live along the river's banks.
Yes, and as you were saying, I'm right here on the riverbank of Nisqually River, and as you can see behind me, the water is moving rather quickly, and some of the residents from the Nisqually area have come out and they have commented not only on how fast the river is moving, but how high the water levels are. In fact, just over here to my left, you will see that actually this used to be where a lot of off-road vehicles would go to park, but now they can't make their way down there because it's simply been flooded over. So Thurston County Emergency Services have been watching this river and seeing how it behaves, and they are trying to make sure that residents understand that they are not only monitoring this river, but how they are responding to it in order to keep water levels down.
Yesterday, the Tacoma Power increased the discharge rate from the Grand Dam. We talked with them about that, and they adjusted their discharge rate a little lower because we explained to them the impacts downstream on Thurston County residents. So they are receiving our feedback as well as we're working with them to get information out to the community.
Now, Thursday, emergency officials are saying that they are calling for community residents to put together an evacuation plan in order to stay prepared. They are also calling on residents to make sure they go to the websites in order to get the most up-to-date information they possibly can, because this is a rapidly changing situation, and they want to make sure that people are as informed as possible to stay safe.
All right, Lionel, thank you. And all this rainfall also means a higher risk of landslides just around western Washington. Check out this tweet from Central Kitsap Fire and Rescue showing a parking lot on Lowell Street in Silverdale. Crews say this is happening during the heavy rains that happened last week, and officials everywhere are watching for any possible mud, rock, and landslides today, particularly on steep hillsides.
Those are the problems down here, but there are also some concerns about the avalanche risk up in the mountains. King 5's Glenn Farley is live for us at Stevens Pass. What are the experts saying, Glenn?
Well, the experts are very worried right now because of the avalanches. I mean, you can look over here, that's Highway 2. That's bare and wet right now. That's not necessarily a good sign. As we look down here in the parking lot here at the ski area, you can see it's sloppy. We've got rain on top of snow. Now, let me show you some more pictures that we shot on the way up here. Now, avalanche control teams from the Washington State Department of Transportation, they were out until 6 this morning controlling these slide chutes, and you can look up above the highway and actually see them. They're the gullies, if you will, that go up the mountain sides. Those they have to clear out. The concern here is all this rain on snow makes the upper levels very heavy. It's not frozen, so it's not locked in. And avalanche control, of course, is monitored both by the State Department of Transportation. They handle the roads. The ski areas handle the ski areas. But out of bounds of the ski areas, and certainly in the backcountry, that is the biggest concern. And the warning from the National Weather Service and the Northwest Avalanche Weather and Avalanche Center today is that people should not be back in the backcountry because of the likelihood of natural avalanches coming down. And people who get trapped in avalanches are very much in trouble. People are hiking, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, things like that. So that may not be the place to be today until this gets the all clear. Meanwhile, live at Stevens Pass, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.
All right, Glenn, thank you.